Ladies and gentlemen, the following is another amazing episode of the Wrestling Fans Podcast, Ringside Society. In one corner, we have the greatest thing on God's green earth. No, we're not talking about money, Mary Jane, or Popeye Spinach. She's the tranquil dart of Ringside Society, Delaware's greatest American hero. And whenever he goes to Taco Bell, he asks for a chief burrito because he loves the combination of chicken and beef. It takes two to make a thing go right. He is Rob Bass, and you are not. And the second corner, we have that ocean crossing, straight up Boston, flight catching, shot glass snatching. Where's he going next? Nobody knows. Three continents down, three more to go. No cap, straight facts. The worldwide starboy, Remy Blue. But it's not about us. You see, we have a special man here today, a special guest here who is doing the damn thing in the great state of Delaware, more specifically 1CW. That's right, First Championship Wrestling. And he is a member of Team Workhorse, that great team that has Cousin Wyatt and several other people as well, too, that are doing it big over there. Everybody, welcome to the show, Ranch Hand Carlson.
What's up, guys? Thanks
Woo!
for having me. Thank you so much, guys. That's
Cowbell.
cowbell. That's cowbell.
Cowbell.
That's
Oh,
cowbell.
jeez.
That's
First it
cowbell.
was Kathy with the cowboy hat. Now you with the cowbell. I mean, if this is gonna be if this is gonna be Wild West Society, let me instead of Ringside Society, let me know. I mean,
I
I'll
like the
order
sound of
some
that.
hay bales or something.
I like the sound of that.
But yeah,
Get some yee in your
Carson,
hall, bud.
Sean
Get some yee
Carson,
in your
great to
hall.
have you back. Yeah. Sean, it's great to have you back on here, man. We've been trying to have you back on here for a while, and we're glad that our schedules finally came together and to make this happen. It's I think it's been 2 years now. We wasn't it,
Mhm.
Rob? I'm getting old here, so I mean it's been 2 years, right?
It
I
was
know last
right
time.
before we came back from the pandemic. It was somewhere around there. So, yeah, it's been a while.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I think we were still on Blog Talk. Yeah, and
Mhm.
yeah, yeah, it's been a while, man. But glad to have you back on. Our new we got some new budget, so we're actually doing video now. So yeah, changes. But how's everything been for you since the last time we spoke?
Man, it's been great. I had my daughter since the last time we spoke. Hell, since the last time we spoke, the Workhorse Wrestling Training Center is up and going. Rob is one of the proud students of that place. Um, 1CW has just been evolving and evolving. So, man, like in a nutshell, totally different person and totally different place than the last time we guys talked.
Yeah. I heard you went from being a guy with money to actually taking that money and making a wise investment, and it's paying off for you, man. You're winning championship belts. You got a great team around you, man. I gotta say, man, I'm very happy for you, man. Very proud of you. You know,
Yeah. I took the money. I bought a big ranch out in Wyoming, and then I then became the ranch hand of it because I was like, I can't. Nobody can do it better than me. So I started working on it myself. Now I'm the head ranch hand at the Carlson Ranch out in Wyoming, and just doing my thing. But no, on a serious note, we are just so blessed to have everything been going the last 2 years the way it's been going. Um, when Rob helped me start putting up the building that the training center is now in, it was like a pipe dream. Like you can ask Rob. I was like, maybe we'll get two or three students, whatever. Now we're up to 15 strong students, and man, each one of them are successful. We're coming off a big show where literally the students all killed it. Like to be quite frank, it was a blessing that I came on after the show than before the show because I can gush over how great my team did over the weekend.
I just gotta say, thank you for actually opening that school and training the next generation of talent. To come out of Delaware because a lot of people don't, they take wrestling schools for granted these days, and I know how hard it was. I'm not gonna say I know, but I have a pretty good idea of how hard it was back in the day where you had to go, search, hell and high water, to find like, okay, who's training these people to do these amazing things in the ring? Who can I go to? it was much harder. Now these days, it's just a matter of, okay, let's see what wrestling school is near my area. You can go on Instagram. There's several different forms of social media where you can actually find a wrestling school. And I just gotta say thank you for making it happen in Delaware. And I wish you guys nothing but the best of luck with your wrestling school and so on. But if I may ask you guys, could you please, please, please put on some student shows on YouTube, man? If you do that, I get Rob can tell you. I know you know about the Nightmare Factory in Georgia. Rob can tell you the moment we hear, oh snap, the latest class actually just they just graduated. Boom. We want names, we want Instagram handles, we want them on our show. So definitely,
Yeah.
we definitely would appreciate that. I mean, I know it's easier said than done, but if you could, we'd be very grateful for it.
So our school's a little different than what the Nightmare Factory would do. So like you said, the Nightmare Factory had graduates. We don't have graduates. We have a band level. So we base more of ours off of karate. And so what I mean by that is like, your white band means you're cleared to ref. Like Rob is technically a white band. Your green band means you're cleared to do battle royals. Teal, you can start getting matches on your own without our responsibilities. And it doesn't mean you can't wrestle before that. That just means you have to wrestle as long as we know about it and we're very aware of it and we're usually at the show. And then so on and so forth. And you get all the way to like orange and gray. You can start leading classes and stuff. So there's no graduates really. It's more progressing. There's guys who, just hit a certain level and they're like, I don't need to train anymore. I think that's kind of idiotic. If I'm being serious, I think we should all be training. But, some people just get comfortable and that's just the way they are. But instead of we graduate, we just move up a level. We level up because you should never stop training. You should never finish your training. Like, when you finish college, you graduate, in my mind. This is more like you're leveling up and you should continue it.
So wait, you're trying to tell me that the higher you go, the more you could eventually become a wrestler. So you're trying to
Oh,
tell
yeah.
me if Rob over here hits a certain band, he could end up becoming somebody's gonna get that Rob mission. He's been talking about the Rob mission.
Yeah. Yeah. Rob knows a lot, honestly. Like, I'm pulling the curtain back a little bit here, but Rob knows a lot of stuff, man. He knows a lot of submissions. He knows a lot of strikes.
That's why
Rob knows a
that's
good bit.
That's why I told Rob I would be his tag team partner, but he can do all the fancy high flying stuff. I'm a ground guy. I'm gonna stay on the ground. I'm not gonna be getting. I'm gonna be like Hulk Hogan. I'm not gonna be touched.
Yeah.
My 2 feet are not gonna touch that top rope. All the swanton bombs and the acai moons. I'll leave that to Rob. I leave that to those young boys, man. I'm too old for that, man. I'm good.
There you go.
That's funny.
That's right.
That's funny.
Yeah. But it's great, man. I'm actually jealous of y'all, man, because I'm all the way here in New York. Y'all got all the cool people. You got cousin Wyatt down there. You got Pure Ignorance. You got my brother in arms, Red Dog, who served in the military just like I did. Y'all have a lot of great people down there. I got to make it to a show down in Houston, man. I'm gonna find a way to get to there. I'm still. I know I gotta take a Greyhound to Wilmington. But I'm just trying to find a way to actually get to Houston. And I'll definitely make it there. But y'all got a lot of great time, a lot of great, shows. And Rob, you're a lucky man, man. You get to witness it all in person. And I'm very happy for y'all's success. Y'all are definitely doing the damn thing, and so on.
Well, what you need to do is get the trip down to Wilmington and get Rob's ass to come up to Wilmington and grab you and bring you down for the whole day, so that way you can watch it all get set up and break it all down and everything, and be a part of the Workhorse Training Center for a day.
Yeah, I'll get up early.
I wouldn't mind that. It's just a matter of timing. I'll get there eventually. I definitely will.
Yeah. Sounds good, man.
So I gotta say, man, 2023. I've been harping on this and I'm probably not gonna stop harping on this until probably December 31st this year. But 2023 is the Jordan year for everybody, not just for those that were born in 2000, but but for everybody that is currently living right now. And the Jordan year, I say, it's it's us making goals, getting those wins in and so on, working hard and getting those wins. So I gotta ask you, man, it was March, it's the 3rd month of the Jordan year now. What can we expect? You guys just came off a phenomenal show. Several title changes happened. between y'all and your sister promotion CCW. What can we expect to see from 1CW for the rest of the year?
Well, what you're going to see is an expansion from 1CW. You're going to see an expansion into a new state of Virginia. We just got our Virginia license, and we bought a company out. So you'll see the expansion into Virginia. You'll see a little bit, not to get too in detail, but we're having a meeting tomorrow about an expansion into Maryland as well. So we're about to become a living, breathing territory. We're not just going to be running house, and we already have another venue in Lower Delaware that we'll be running this year at least twice. So you're going to see a lot more from 1CW. You're going to see a lot more shows. You're going to see a lot more just in general of 1CW.
That's great. I gotta say, congratulations on the expansion to Virginia. I heard rumors about it. I was like, "Yo, you got to be kidding me! They're actually doing that." But then you just made it even sweeter when you said y'all are going to Maryland. So I just gotta say, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what y'all do with that. So would it be safe to say that we'll be seeing some new wrestlers with this expansion, like local people from Virginia, local people from Maryland,
Yeah, yeah.
DC?
So when it comes to Maryland, of course, the territory it'll be in, it's almost the same as what we're in now. So it's going to be on the Eastern Shore, and it's going to be in our area. So you're not probably going to see any new Maryland wrestlers. But when we're going down Virginia, you're going to see guys like Sledge Gibson, Avery Jacks, people like that who are from Virginia, but who are talented. Like Avery is literally the sweetest little girl. I hate saying it like that because she's not a little girl. She's 18 or 19 years old, but she is just sweet. So
let me tell you something about that young lady, Avery Jackson. Because I went to CCW last month for, I think it was called Victory. It was the one they had in Westville, New Jersey.
mm-hmm.
And Marcello was telling me about her, and I was like, okay, all right, we'll see. That's great that you're giving her a chance. She's getting a chance to shine. And when I saw her match against Damaris Dawkins, I was like, hey, Marcello, you see that girl, Avery Jacks? You got a good one right there. And he was like, yep. And we actually had her on the show. I don't know if you caught that one. We had her on the show. And
Okay.
when she told me her age, I'm not gonna put her age out there because she's a female. I don't like doing that. Even though she said it on the show. If y'all want to know, you could definitely check out that episode. But she told me her age, and I was like, man, you had me. I had to wonder if I had to contact your parents to get permission to have you on this show, because we've had underage guests before, but I've gotten permission from their parents, like if they could be on here, because just to keep us in the clear,
Yeah,
and
it's crazy though. I'm sorry.
I was like, wow, like whatever you're doing, like I want to know the secret, man, because I'm touching 40, and I'm looking like 50, and you're over here looking like the fountain of youth. So I mean, I'm like, whatever you're doing, keep it up. But yeah, very phenomenal talent, and I'm very happy for his success as well.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy if you really think about it. All these younger people coming through. Tiny Tim, you guys were. I don't know if you guys actually got him or not. I know there was some complications, but Tiny Tim is um, a phenomenal young talent. There's so many young talents. We have a person in our training school right now who is young, and she is already phenomenal. And once she hits the waves of indies, she's going to be killing it. To answer the question, it didn't say who, but to answer the question, yeah, I got permission. What's up?
I don't know who that is. I got a feeling that's Sean Hardy. I got a feeling that's him. He always does stuff like this.
That's Stevie Ray. That's Stevie Ray Styles.
I was about to say he probably smoked a bowl, so he's Stevie Ray Styles. He's got his sunglasses on. Don't know where he's at. You know that's why his nickname's Stevie Ray, right? Because he has to wear the sunglasses. He can't see.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, but yeah, Tiny Tim was supposed to be on, but due to some personal matters, we couldn't have him on yet. I saw a picture of him, and I was like, for some reason I tend to play armchair booker. I know, and I tend to shamelessly do it, but I was like, him, and when I saw a picture of him and Cousin Wyatt, I'm like, they would make a nice, great tag team. Like if they keep it up, like I could definitely see them going places.
Yeah, if they keep it up, we got enough. we got another kid named Trucker Josh, and he is going to be killing it here soon. His career is about to skyrocket, and that's not me being funny. There are some times where when you train with people, the people just get it, and there's sometimes people don't. And I've seen plenty of people that don't. This kid gets everything. He can look at something and then know his positioning. Trucker Josh is going to be a guy who, when he finally gets fully there, he's going to be storming this country.
Wow. Well, we definitely have our eyes on some people. Rob is always telling me, "Hey, we should have this person on." I'm like, "Okay, we got this day open. Have him on." Rob knows whenever he makes a call, he has them on. So we're still trying to get those pure ignorance guys on here. I know they're probably thinking, "Well, dude, what the hell, man? Like, you had Red Dog on, Chaz, don't worry, we'll have your guys on soon, man. Just
pure
time in.
Pure ignorance are some of my favorite people to go to war with, man. Them boys are they're class acts. They're hard workers. Like, I love them going to war with them. And Chaz is the new 1CW cruiserweight champion. I know there's some drama going on there, but he is the new cruiserweight champion. But seriously, I'd go to war with any of them boys any day, including Red Dog. Those are just good guys.
Awesome. That's cool, man. That's definitely cool as well. I gotta say, like I said, I'm very impressed by how far y'all have come and how far y'all have progressed. And like I said, I definitely gotta try my best to make a show as well. Rob definitely has a good time. He told me he went out here, he came on here one time and he said he actually got knocked down and people were asking him, "Are you okay?" And they were calling his phone and whatnot. I think one girl sent him a really cute get well card and whatnot, and he was laughing, but he was like all good spirits about it. So I was like,
Did he?
yes,
But did he tell? Did he tell? But did he tell? Yeah, you better turn your mic off, Rob. Did he tell you what happened? Did he tell you what happened?
Oh yeah, they know. They know my punishment. I got punished. They know about the punishment.
yeah. Rob, did you leave something out, man? I mean, if you left
Oh
something
no
out,
no 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 no. We're good. We're good.
We're
yeah,
good.
man. That's yeah, that's them. So tell us, man. So in regards to 1CW, um, I want, and like I said, you're one of the guys that's that's making it happen like a captain alongside several others. Y'all are doing great things over there. We know about Tiny Tim. We're gonna have him on eventually. We know about Pure Ignorance. Rob mentioned Josh, who we're gonna have on eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Who are three other people that you think we should definitely have on this show?
Man, that's a great question because there's a lot of good talent out there. I'm going to go with the three people, and you guys have to correct me if they've been on the show before, but three guys who I feel are very underrated when it comes to talent. And number one, Sam Thompson. Sam Thompson, super underrated. Him and his girlfriend, Valerie, there's not many people that can look at themselves and go, man, I'm just not getting this. I'm just not, getting where I want to be, and go to a different school to get better. And that's what they did. They went to Monster Factory to get better because they weren't getting the results they wanted. They have my respect for an eternity. And Sam Thompson is one of the most underrated guys I've ever seen in the ring. Bad Banks is another guy who I feel is underrated. He's been around for a while and he's super talented. He gets it, just gets it. I hate saying it like that, but he just gets it. Man, and if you're really going to pull me in a hard one, man, Mark Harrow, the leader of the Workhorse training facility. And when I say underrated, that man is underrated. You can ask Rob. He's seen him do some stuff at training that you would think a 110-pound kid could do. He can do it at 240 or 220 now. He's lost a lot of weight as well. Just Mark is super underrated for his time being in the business, been around since 97, still has longevity within the business, has trained numerous people. I can't put Mark Harrow over enough. And Instead of just, he's a great mentor to so many people. He gets in tag teams with guys just to mentor them and teach them how to call matches. There's so much he does for the students that's so selfless of him that it can never be replaced, and that's true. So Mark Harrow is definitely a guy that you could get on and just talk for hours about wrestling.
Cool. Actually, something funny thing you mentioned. We've had 2 out of 3 of those people on here before.
Okay.
Two
Yeah,
out of 3.
I'm terrible with that stuff.
And it's funny because when Rob mentioned Sam Thompson, I was like, okay, yeah, Rob, let's get him on, man. I mean, Rob knows whatever him and our other co-host Kathy. A lot of times when they mention somebody, actually, we try our best to have them on and so on. And 9.9 times out of 10, we're able to get them on here. And then when I looked up Sam Thompson, I was like, wait a minute. I know this guy. This guy's from OVW. They used to call, I think they used to call him, was it Ducky, right? They used to call him Ducky in OVW. And then I remembered, I know Valerie Verman. She was in OVW too. I'm like, wow, this is cool. Yeah, let's have him on ASAP,
Yeah.
It's funny. Yeah, I always tell Rob, like, I don't know if you remember Professor X. He actually has this thing where the telepathic ability where he actually goes into like the room, whatever, Cerebro, and he puts on that helmet. And it's like, it's not a matter of what if there are any mutants. It's a matter of like who he needs to help first. So that's the case with me. Like, it's not a matter of like if I could have anybody on here. It's a matter of like who should I have on, and it's like so many people, so little time.
Right.
Because I know so many people to the point where I can have a person on every day of the week if I want to.
Yeah.
Rob and Kathy would probably get tired, but I'd be like, yeah, I could get it. I could book a person for like every day of the week, but it's just it's timing,
100%.
All right. So the next show, tell us about the next show, April 17th, right?
April 15th. That's not my next time I'm wrestling, but that's definitely the next 1CW show. April 15th. It was just announced today. It's going to be a fatal 4-way for the 1CW championship. It's Chris Wilde, the new champion, versus the former champion, Ranch Hand Shawn Carlson, versus the former champion, Ty Awesome, versus the former champion, Miles Millennium, in a fatal 4-way. We're all getting our title rematches in one night, I guess. 1CW management wants to jam it down their throats. So, yeah, Chris Wilde better be ready to get that butt whooped. There's 3 guys gunning for that belt.
Man, Chris Wilde, man, I don't envy you, man. Jeez. Rob, I honestly hope you don't have to referee that main event, because didn't Ty Awesome actually try to fight you one time?
No, Ty always beats me up. He's beating me up at training, man. He's beating me up when I was security. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he's always beating me, man. So I'm always, Ranch Hand, I'm always for him, tearing him up. You know what I mean? So I was happy Saturday.
Jeez.
For about 2 minutes,
This is a shoot. So anybody wants to look at me and see if this is a shoot or not. Because everybody's like, oh, professional wrestling, this, that, and the third. Oh, they're just talking. This is a shoot. I was all fine with everything that happened until Chris Wilde mentioned my daughter. And as soon as my daughter came out of Chris Wilde's mouth, I now have the mission to break his damn jaw. So, Sean Hardy, I know you screwed all 3 of us, but I'm breaking your boy's pretty little jaw. And I don't care if that gets me heat with the girls that, oh my God, I love his tight jawline and his greasy hair. Oh my God, he's so cute. I'm going to break his jaw, and that is a sincere thing.
Man, that's going to be a hell of a match. For those of y'all that are watching this that are in Houston, Delaware, surrounding areas to Houston, Delaware, or if you got it like that, you could drive or fly over there, please head on over to Houston, Delaware to watch this show. 1CW is doing it big like nobody's business, and trust me, y'all are definitely going to be in for a show. But I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Rob.
Hold up. One more time. Then April 29th in Sheraton, Virginia, we make our 1CW pro wrestling debut in a town that hasn't had professional wrestling in over 35 years. So if you're in the Virginia area, check that out.
Yeesh, man, that's some history right there. Sheraton, y'all better do right by these people and head out there, show some support. Y'all know y'all ain't had a show in 35 years. No, that's almost
That's right.
that's like 90. I'm not good at math, but probably 95% of the time I've been living on this earth. So y'all definitely head over there and show some love to the great men and women of 1CW. Because y'all definitely been have are in need of it. So definitely check out 1CW when they head over there. And with that being said, I'm gonna turn it over to an actually official 1CW official, and hopefully after the next 1CW show, he's still in one piece with us. Because I don't know, Rob. I don't know what you're doing, man. We don't have health insurance here at Ringside Society, so I don't know. You might want to get some body armor or something. So, but hey, the floor is yours, man. Go ahead.
All right, sweet. Thanks, man. So what's going on, man? How you doing today?
Man, I'm living the dream. Can we just make a quick thing that you would have never, ever, ever counted three on me when he cashed in a regular match and then hit me with a steel chair and then a curb stomp on it? That's definitely a hardcore match at that time, and he did not put that in. So I know you wouldn't have done that.
Oh yeah, no, 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 no. I wasn't scheduled for that match. You know what I mean? Yeah, I can't do all that. Yeah, I wouldn't have done the three, man. I would, had to turn around and do something else, man. Be like, nah, man, you gotta get another ref, man. You should have brought another ref or something,
Yeah,
man. That ain't
yeah.
on my pay
You should.
scale.
You would have thrown it. You would have thrown it out. You would have thrown it out. I know you would have.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, I'm like, nope, nope, this ain't counting. This ain't counting. Yeah, man, but yeah, I didn't know about that, man. Announced today, man. Four-way match. That match is gonna be fire, man. Houston is gonna just blow up, man. Like, man, we have been killing it this year, man. Like, I swear to God, going out there Saturday, before the show, I see everybody coming in, and all. I'm like, yeah, man, we got a nice little line. And when I come out to ref my first match, I walk out there, I was like, holy jeez, like, man, it was packed, standing room, man. So you guys doing the thing, man. Getting the just, oh man.
Well, it's not just one person, right? I mean, this takes a village, and we have such a great village at 1CW. Sincerely, and our product speaks for itself. They get invested into it. And anybody who doesn't believe so, watch me versus Ty Awesome and just wait till the finish. And when you hear that pop, oh my God, I almost cried. Sitting, me and Ty both, we were just like, whoa, like the pop was amazing. A firefighter came to me later that night and he was like, man, I thought the building was shaking. Like that was the pop that happened. And it takes hard work to build that up. But once you get there, man, it's such a beautiful experience for everybody, right? For everybody up and down the card. And we couldn't do it without CCW. They couldn't do it without us. We're a great partnership within that group. And there's no selfishness here. It's a team. You're just as important as I am in this team. And Sean Hardy's just as important as the next guy. And we're all a team together, and we couldn't do it without each other. And that's the important part of this.
Oh yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, once you know, man. I'm always talking to guys and stuff, man, and they'll always tell me like, man, this is like the chillest place, like at everywhere I go to, man. This locker room is calm and chill. Everybody's, just, hey, man, what's going on? You know what I mean? There's no drama or anything, It's like, man, you guys run a good, man. It's a good, awesome place to work for, man. Great company, man. I can't put one CCW over enough, man. It's just so awesome.
Yeah, man. The biggest thing I learned is in running this stuff is in professional wrestling, it takes one bad apple to ruin the bunch. And if you're going to be the bad apple, I'll just pull you out of the basket. And we've lost a lot of good talent by that. But it's not like and I hate saying it like this, but it's not a one-time thing that usually makes it happen. It's a long period of feeling a certain way or doing things your own way. The reason our locker room is so chill and everything is because we all know our roles. And if you start getting outside of your role or you start thinking that you're bigger than what anybody else is, that's when the issues come. And I can tell you straight up that anybody who's left 1CW on, a mutual leaving was because we felt they were getting too much. And once we had the talk, they felt they weren't getting respected enough. And I understand that. Like, hey, sometimes you feel like you're not getting respected enough. And as a talent, I understand that, But also, you got to look at it from our side. We can only do so much for each talent. There's a card of 8 matches. That's 16 men in singles matches. If you're doing all singles matches, which we don't, there's tag matches and everything else. But so there's roughly about 24 guys on the show. And if you really think 24 guys with egos will be happy after every single show, you're absolutely insane.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I've seen that personally, man. There's a lot of egos in wrestling. It's like you go in there, like, yeah, man. You go and you're like, oh wow, okay, yeah. Y'all weren't lying when you were saying about that stuff. It's like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's the
So
thing nobody
man,
really tells you about. So that's why I like talking about it at training.
yeah, that's right. So man, also man, that one CW crowd, man, like how great are they, man? Those fans,
Mm.
they're out there like they'll go out there every week, man. We could have a blizzard, like 10 feet of snow. They'll take something up there and they're gonna pile in there. You know what I mean? It's like that crowd is awesome, man.
Yeah, that crowd's great, man. You know, from before the pandemic, we were doing great. Don't get me wrong, but since the pandemic, man, it's like when we were only sanctioned to so many people, it was like, all right, cool, and those tickets would sell out quick, and we're like, all right, well, hell, and then the restriction would get open, and it's like, oh, we have 100 more seats for this event, and it's like they sold no problem. So all right, we're at 250, selling no problem, and then all of a sudden it was like, when things opened up, it was like, all right, so we sold 350 tickets this show, and we're like, great. And then the next show was like 375, and we're like, great. And there's been some downs. Like, don't get me wrong, there's been some shows that have gone down where we're like at 300 or 250. But man, just this weekend, standing room only, we had 350 seats on the floor, and there were people standing everywhere. I can't describe how it feels to be in there and just that feel. And I know when I'm talking, some people are like, "Oh, 500 people, that's nothing." We're in a town of 400 people.
Hmm.
Like the town is not big. So we're drawing these people in. The average drive time for a person buying tickets is 35 minutes. Like that's insane. That means you have to get up, take a shower, hopefully, get dressed, get in your car, drive 35 minutes, sit in a seat with 400 other strangers, cheer, yell, and scream and make yourself look like a fool for 4 hours, only to get back in your car and drive 35 minutes home. Um, that's hard to talk people into doing, but once you get them to do it, they want to keep doing it. And that's the amazing part about 1CW.
Yeah, and I know some people, they drive from like Pennsylvania and stuff, like Robbie Blizzard and his wife, what I mean, they'll come right up there, man. They're like in Pennsylvania, man. They'll make that drive, to one CW.
Yeah.
It's like, all right.
They're in Western Maryland. They're amazing people.
Yeah.
Robbie and Megan are amazing. Kaya comes from Pennsylvania. She's amazing. The Trunzos come from Newark. Geez, man, the people that we get piling in is insane. Um,
Hmm.
I just can't describe it. We've had people from South Carolina come up just to enjoy one of our events. Like it's just insane. It's super cool.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's awesome, man. Like I've been there, ref, and that first time I heard everybody in the fire hall chanting, "This ref sucks." This, like, I was just like, "Oh man, that's great, man. Man, that's awesome, man." Yeah, that was great. Oh man, I remember one time I was doing a match. I can't remember what it was like. I was supposed to do something, and I remember I was looking over here. I had to do something. I was telling somebody to get down, whatever. And I remember there's a dude in the crowd, something going on behind me. He's mad. He's standing up. Turn around. Look, what are you doing? I made eye contact with him, man. This dude was high. Like, what are you doing? You need to look behind you. God, I'm just like, man, yes, man, that's great, man.
That's amazing. But when you can get people so involved that they forget, that they suspend the disbelief of wrestling, that's what it's about, and that's what you need to do every single show. Um, I love the argument of, is wrestling fake? And I'm like, okay, so you don't enjoy movies? And they're like, well, that's different. I'm like, no, that suspends your disbelief into
Hmm.
characters for time periods where you believe this could be real, and it suspends your disbelief and you get involved in the characters' lives. That's what we do, except we do it in live action. So,
Hmm.
like, that's our jobs. So that's what I mean. Ty and I did great with the whole, people thought he's a real asshole and he's this person. And then, build up that it's me, I'm the good guy. And we have this feud, and Ty's a scumbag, and just they bought into it. When you can get people to buy into whatever you're putting out, that's amazing.
Hmm. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, I love it, man. And then yeah, I'm glad. I'm kind of glad James had y'all's match, man, because I did the Miles and Ty match where Stevie Ray Styles came out, and I got some mail messages from some fans. You know what I mean? Like, were you in on it? I'm like, I don't know what was going on, man. So I'm kind of glad he took that, man. In case something happened, like, hey, you can get it this time, not me.
Yeah, like I said, people get real serious about it. Hell, Diana, who was just cheering for me, there's a picture of me coming out, and she's happy as can be to see me come out. just posted on Facebook today. She wants to see me get my ass kicked by Miles in the 4-way. So,
Oh man,
yeah, these people are venomous out here, man.
I know, man. Shoot. And then not only that, man, they're also in Pro Wrestling Illustrated, man. They're doing, write ups, 1CW and stuff, man. Man, that's doing the thing, man. How long has that thing, magazine and stuff publication been around? Like a long time, man. Just
Yeah,
man.
I don't quote me. I believe they're the oldest running publication of professional wrestling. Don't quote me on that, but I
Yeah.
believe so. And listen, man, all I'm gonna say is you might be seeing some bigger stuff from there from 1CW is all I'm gonna say. From 1CW and CCW, you might see something pretty big in PWI. I'm not for sure. I can't say anything.
There you go.
All I'm gonna say is keep watching it, and you might see some cool stuff.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. 1CW, man. CCW, yeah. Just don't sleep on us. Don't sleep on us, man. We're gonna tear it up, man. So I
I
definitely got
love.
to. Oh no,
Go
go ahead.
ahead. No, I was just saying I love it, man. I love it.
Oh yeah, man. So yeah, one of my questions, from Saturday, man. Like, yeah, how do you feel about Saturday, man? Like that ring crew and setup and all, man. Like, we went out there, did the thing, man. Because I've heard stories, about ring crews. It's like, they get up the shows at like I don't know 6 or something. They go there at 12, 4 o'clock. Ring's half set up. What I mean, they don't know what to do and all. It's like, man, nah, man, you run a tight ship over there, man. Them guys and gals, man, do the thing. What I mean? Like, we taking it serious. We getting this up and down.
Listen, man, there's one thing I pride the workhorse team on, and that's their ability to execute. And man, set up, they can execute it. Clean up, let me tell you something. Let me let y'all in a little bit behind the curtain. Rob knows this. We have to be out of that building by 10:45 p.m. 10:45 p.m. We have to be out of the building. At 10:20, people were still wrestling in the ring, trying to get their stuff in. Finally, it ended. It's not on their part. They were told one thing by one promoter. They're not, even though we have the locker room meeting every show, and I tell them we have to be out here by 10:45. They were told another thing, and they were just going. It's not their fault. It's not the talent's fault. It's the fault of not being upfront with what's going on. Does that make sense? It's not the promoter's fault.
Yeah.
It's not the talent's fault. It's a communication fault on all parties. I'm included in that. I didn't communicate before that match went off that, hey, remember, 10:45, we got to be out of here. That means you only got X amount of minutes in this match. And that's communication part on my part to them and so on and so forth. So I'm not shitting on anybody. I want to clarify that right now because I know how people like to cut snippets and send them to people. I'm not shitting on anyone. But they got done at 10:20. At 10:47, we had the ring loaded up on my truck and I was doing the walkthrough. 27 minutes? Bro, that crew kicked ass. And I'm telling this is another thing people don't get. Everybody wants to know, well, how come you and Sean Hardy have so much respect from your talent? Because we're two of the guys cleaning up. We're two of the guys breaking down. We're two of the guys. Hardy's back in the back room sweeping and cleaning bathrooms while I'm out there running everything, make sure everything's getting picked up. We're not promoters standing there with envelopes telling people what to do. We are in the trenches with our crew. And that's one thing that I've always, been so proud of. And the crew that we have just killing it, and then the fans and the families that jump in, dude. It's such a warm moment for me, and I'm not gonna lie. On my way home, March 11th show, I cried, man. That show was just so beautiful, from everybody doing their job to the breakdown going so smooth. Just I cried. Like that was probably literally the best night of my wrestling career.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, we was hustling on it, man. Morgan. She was even, like, hey, we gotta go. Come on, let's hurry up. We gotta go over here. Man, hold this right here for me. I'm gonna sniff it right here. Come on, Rob. Hold this right here. I'm like, all right, I got you. I was like, all right. Yeah, so when Morgan was doing that, man, we was doing something, man.
Yeah, it's a team effort.
Right.
It really is.
Mm-hmm.
It really is.
So, you're talking about, Workhorse, I mean, when you started, you're like, man, I don't know how many people will be here and stuff and all. But yeah, I remember when we first started, it was like, handful of people or whatever, you go in there and, on the one side, you could, we would all be able to fit, in the one, corner, from turnbuckle to turnbuckle. Now it's like, we got like half the ring filled up, what I mean? People just coming in and stuff. And then not only that, staying, what I mean, learning, it's like, it's one of them things like, man, so what could we expect from a workhorse training center? Is there anything in the future, like maybe expanding maybe somewhere else other than the Carlson Ranch in Wyoming or whatever?
Yeah. We're looking at things. There are some things. I want to say. I don't want to say in the works. In the works is the wrong wording for it. I want to say more like being talked about. There's a lot being talked about. Of course, we're doing some big moves at the Carlson Ranch to make the school better, but there's some behind the scenes talk that a few of the trainers and owners are having about expansion, and that's a possibility. Not saying it's like going to happen this year, but maybe next year or the following year. Like I said, it's just talk right now, but there's always that advantage to talk, is that there's smoke where there's fire. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So if there's talk, there could be possibilities.
Oh yeah, and yeah, Workhorse, man, it's a great place, man. There's the future of one CW and all, man. It's great. Like you got guys and gals. You got like Michaela, you got Tim, you got Wyatt, you got Josh, you got Pockets. You know what I mean? Those guys and gals, man. You just man, I'm just like watching them do stuff, and I'm like, wow, man. It really makes me feel my age. They're like all half my age and stuff. I'm like, whoo, all right, man. Like, yeah, but they are athletic, man. Like, whoo,
And then you
future's
got
bright.
guys like, and then you got guys like Tiberius, Ty, myself, Obo,
Yes,
Harry, guys that are now
yes.
that still have a long career ahead of them. So one CW is in a
Hmm.
good place, man.
Oh yeah, yeah. And then Mark Harrow, man, not like yeah, I've been trying to get him on here for a long time, man, but schedules have never, like, been able to match up. Man, I will get him one time, but yeah, that man knows so much. He's forgotten more wrestling than I will ever know in my life. You know what I mean? Like, just he has a great wrestling mind. You know what I mean? Like man, he was talking about stuff, just like yeah, yesterday and all, man. It's just like, man, I just listen to him talk all day, man. Just
Me
wrestling
too.
stuff and all. Yeah, this man, he has people like people go and warm up and stuff for the show. Other wrestlers, from out of state and all, no, they'll come in there and work with him, to train with him and learn from Mark. You know what I mean? Because that's how he's really respected. You know what I mean? But like a lot of people don't know, but like wrestlers and all, they know who Mark is, man. Mark does the thing, man. He's great.
But and even if they don't know him, man, hustle respects hustle. You see a guy like Mark Harrow doing stuff, and they'll be like,
Hmm.
"Yo, that guy knows his shit." And you see people who've been on AEW getting in our
Hmm.
training line, not being able to do the shit we can do, and it's
Hmm.
not on them. It's just how they were trained. But man, they're like, "Damn, this is their young kids doing this." Like, oh shit, we should learn a little bit from this guy, because he just starts off different. So maybe we can learn some
Hmm.
basics from him to change our career. And man, you see that all the time, and I'm super proud of that. And that's the one cool thing about 1CW. We get the ring up in time enough that people can get in there early and get some workouts in. And man, it's a cool thing.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah, Mark is like one of the greatest, man. I mean, like, I can't thank him enough for all he does and stuff, man. Just yeah, he's great, and he will never put you in a position to that's like over your head or anything. He knows what you can do. Like, all right, he's gonna he ain't gonna make you look bad or stupid. You know what I mean? That'd be on if you do, that's on you. You know what I mean? He's gonna
Mm.
try and do the best he can. You know what I mean? That's a great coach, man. Coach, just he's an awesome dude, man.
Yes, sir. I agree 100%. 100%.
That's right, man. So well, man, yeah, I know you're like, a fan of NASCAR and stuff, man. So I gotta ask, man, how the past couple weeks been for you, man, in NASCAR, man?
Boy,
Yeah,
we coming off a double back-to-back wins with Willie B. What?
that's right.
Overtime wins? What? What? Willie B
That's
flying.
right.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
That's
Yeah,
right.
I don't watch much stick and ball sports, but dog, give me NASCAR, give me racing, and I'm happy. And yeah, William Byron's on a 2 week winning streak, so I'm super happy. But I know this might sound stupid, but he's actually fighting a penalty right now for some air ducts that got taken out of his car, so he could lose 100 points to his season
Oh,
and then 10 bonus points. Yeah, it could be pretty gnarly here in a couple of days. It all depends on how the fines go.
yeah. I know today I seen Jimmy Johnson. He's gonna be in the Coca-Cola 600, man. I was like, okay, yeah,
Yeah,
that's one of my favorite. I like that race, man, because you got Indy 500 and bam.
Yeah, he's also going to be racing at COTA, which is Circuits of the America down in Austin. Not this coming week, but the following week, I believe. Um, so that's cool as well. Jimmy is a legend, so anytime he gets in a car, it's cool to see. Uh, you know, I it, I'm kind of upset he's kind of racing again. I know that might sound dumb, but you don't want to ever see your heroes just be lackluster. So I hope
Oh
when he
yeah,
comes back, he's amazing. So
yeah. Yeah, I always like the to see does double duty with the Coke and the Coke 600 and the Indy and all, man. I don't know if anybody's doing it this year or whatever, but man, I
not
always like doing that, man.
not this year, but next year Kyle Larson will be doing it, and he's doing it in 24 and 25, and I believe Kyle Busch is
Ooh.
doing it as well in 24. But don't quote me on
Oh,
that. But I
okay,
believe, Kyle Larson. I know Kyle Larson for fact is doing it 24 and 25, and I think Kyle Busch is doing it in 24 as well.
okay. Now I think there's no race this weekend. It's when is the next one? It's like next weekend, right?
No, they're racing this weekend. They're at Atlanta Motor Speedway this weekend.
Okay, okay, yeah, okay. I forgot. I know aren't they getting off some week coming up soon or something? I was probably thinking of that.
Nah, that's an old schedule. And then now NASCAR only gets one weekend off during their year. It's Father's Day weekend. It's the only weekend they get off. They even race
Okay,
Easter
okay.
Sunday. They even race Easter Sunday now.
Oh, they're gonna race eat. Okay, all right. Well, shoot,
Yeah,
man,
they
I eat my ham at
yeah
noon, and then bam, watch them racing. Shoot.
yeah they do Bristol Dirt at 8 o'clock on Easter Sunday.
Oh man, dang, yeah, that's awesome. So man,
Yes, sir.
what are you ready for Dover, man? are you gonna be there? Do you go
Yeah.
to are you in the infield or you go to sit in the stands?
So I'll be in the stands, but I tailgate the day before. It's gonna be rough because we're in Sheridan, Virginia, the night before the Dover race on Sunday.
Ooh,
Um,
okay, yeah.
yeah. This is the one show that I didn't want to take. With Dennis, the former owner of Eastern Shore Pro Wrestling, talked me into, and now I'm like, man, I really don't want to take it. But the Sheridan people are so cool, and we want to keep that venue alive for
Yeah.
them. And they've already put a lot of money into advertising, so we want to keep that up for them.
All right, yeah, that's cool. Dang, man, yeah, I always go to the Bush race, or man, I always say the Bush, the nationwide race, whatever, man. I always go to the Saturday race, but yeah, I'm gonna miss it. I guess I'm gonna miss it this time, man. So I
You,
guess I'll try the
you are,
Sunday one, man.
yeah. There you go. Come tailgate with us.
I'll tailgate, man. I'm all about you know me and food, man. I love food, man. So
Yeah,
I'm
I'll
skinny
be
and all, man, but I'm on Operation Fat Rob.
yeah, I'll be cooking and drinking, bro.
That's
We
right,
get
man.
there
I'm all
like
for
we
it.
get there at like 7 a.m. and I'm drunk by 8 a.m.
Oh, hey, man, that nothing great, man. That's the best day right there.
Yes, sir.
I remember be, I remember being at the racetrack one day, man. Got there early with some friends, and this dude, he was sitting there by himself with a cooler. He drank, passed out, like right before the race start, man. Well, just hurt. And he woke up like a couple hours later, just burnt. He all red and stuff. It was like, oh, okay. Open up a beer, start drinking more, drank like two more, and passed out again. It was like, yes.
My funniest wrestling story I have from going to shows would be WrestleMania 35. We took a bus up there, a bus party. Me and my three buddies, Mike Barca, Fitz, and Steele, and we took a bus party up there. We got totally trashed on this bus party, and man, it was so fun. And we're sitting up in the stands drinking, and it's the John Cena Elias part, right? I just seen it the other day and sent it to the group chat we're in, and was like, hey, remember this, Mike? And the funniest part is, John Cena comes out, the basic thugonomics, and he does all that. And we're leaving, and they like, we're all bullshitting. And we're like, hey, what was your favorite part? What was your favorite part? And I was like, mine was when John Cena came out, the basic thugonomics. And Mike looks at me and goes, that would never happen, you idiot. He was passed out drunk through the whole time. And he's like arguing with me, like, WWE would never do that, you moron. And I was like, oh, yeah, you're totally right, dude. He's like, I'm watching it tomorrow because I was drunk. And he watched it. He's like, yo, this happened. I was like, remember our argument? So that's my
Oh,
funniest wrestling story.
oh man, yeah, that's pretty funny, man. Yeah, man, I wonder what he was drinking, man. Was it all beer? He might have slipped something else in there, man. Got like a little
Fire,
whiskey and coke.
Fireball and
Oh,
beers. And we brought a fifth of, or we brought a pint of fire. No, I think it was a fifth. We brought a fifth of Fireball, and then we were drinking the free beers the whole time. And yeah, me and Fireball don't agree. So
I remember when I was younger, man. I drank. I don't know if it wasn't Fireball. It was something just like it was called Aftershock. I remember
uh,
drinking something like that, man. It was like, I think it was a little stronger, man, than Fireball, man. It was a little more cinnamony, like whatever. I was like, woof.
mm, 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 mm,
Yeah, it's like
mm.
one of that thing. Yeah, Fireball. I remember, yeah, you smell it, and it's like, oh man, I clear my sinuses, and just like, yeah, woo, I'm good.
That's funny. That's
Yeah.
funny.
So, yeah, I was gonna ask, if being in, wrestling, going around kicking butt up and down the East Coast, you have any cool, funny travel stories, like, maybe you run into Bigfoot, out in Virginia somewhere. 'Cause that's what I'm worried
Um,
about going to Virginia, man. I don't want to run into Bigfoot, man. Like,
Well, you ain't
Fool
gonna run into
myself.
Bigfoot. My
Okay, cool.
the funniest I guess travel story is it was myself, Ty Awesome, Papa Scott, and Wyatt. And I'm sure you've heard this story if you're at the training center, but we stopped to a Subway to get food on the way home, and man, everything that just happened that night was crazy. And we're sitting in line, and I'm behind Ty, and Ty orders a sandwich, and he goes, "Can I get onions on that?" And the guy goes, "Which kind?" And Ty, being the nice guy he is, he's like, "Oh, just those." And right before he said it, I was like, "No, no, 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 no. You show me two different types of onions up here. Because at this point, this is your job. Like, I want to see what you think is an onion."
Yeah.
And he's like, "These green ones." And I was like, "That is a pepper, sir. That is a pepper." And then while I'm arguing with the guy over what a pepper and an onion is, this woman comes in and like throws her sandwiches up on the board. And she's like, "I ordered on the app and y'all ain't put no meat on my sandwich." And they're laughing. They think it's hilarious. And this woman's like mad as hell. It took Wyatt like 30 minutes to get his sandwich over this whole thing. Like, it was insane. And Wyatt told us before going in there, he's like, "Never go to a Goose Creek Subway." And I was like, "Shut up, Wyatt." And then afterward, I was like, "Wyatt, never go to a Goose Creek Subway."
That's right. That's right, man. Yeah. Yeah, hey, Wyatt with some wisdom, man. Wyatt always got some wisdom, man. You know what I mean? You know,
That's a Wyattism.
that's a Wyattism. Yeah, I was telling my aunt about Wyattisms and stuff, man, because they met Wyatt one time. They love Wyatt. My family loves Wyatt. My dad will always
Man,
ask me, he's like, "Is the Chicken Man gonna be there?"
your family has terrible taste.
I know, man. Well, they do like Willow, man. So I'll give them that. They always ask, "Is Willow gonna be there?" And then where's the Chicken Man at?
That's funny.
'Cause I'll be sitting in the
That's
back, man. My dad will text me and stuff. He's like, "Yo, the Chicken Man's out here. Yo, he's running around. He's doing this, man." Like, yo, the Chicken Man. I'm like, all right. I'm like, yeah.
that's funny. That's
And I'll be
funny.
like, I'll be like, "Why, man? This is my dad." You know what I mean? And my dad's all like, "Oh, yeah, what's up, man?" All kind of shy or whatever, man. I'm like, "Man, you gotta get a picture, man." You know what I mean? You over here texting me like, "Yo, the Chicken Man."
That's that's funny.
Oh,
That's
man.
funny.
So I do gotta ask, when you are home, hanging out, you're not watching like, Bluey or whatever with your daughter or whatever, you can finally, watch something, what are you watching right now? Are you still on Yellowstone and all the little spinoffs, they got?
Nah, man, I'm caught all up on that. I think my thing has been I've just been playing a lot of Red Dead Redemption 2, man. Uh,
Ooh,
I'm big on for our mental health. We need something outside of wrestling, and so video games or some athletics. Some people do basketball, stuff like that. But just Red Dead Redemption's been my thing. I play it just all the time. I'll just run around the towns and shoot people. It doesn't matter. It's just
mm,
something for my mental health to refresh. You know, Stuff like that, man. It's crucial for what we do to keep a clear mind and stuff like that. And especially when your life's getting hectic like it is for me, having a clear mind is super important. And so
mm.
that's my biggest thing.
I love Red Dead. That's the Red Dead 2. They're number two of my favorite games of all time, man. Like I love those games. I can put them in just I can play for hours, man. Especially two.
Yeah,
On,
yeah.
on two, my buddy has it. We played online before. We went to the bar and we were just like start fighting the computer. You know what I mean? A bar fight, getting drunk. And then like people, just random people, they would walk in, they see the fight, they would jump in, and they were fighting. And then it was like 50 people in this bar. Just random people. They're fighting. We would die. Spawn up at like the cemetery, and everybody. When you did that, everybody just sprint back down to the bar. And after a while, it spilled out into the road, and then all the way. Man, it was just I've had so much fun in Red Dead, just messing with people, man. It's like
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
it's a great
Yeah, it's
time.
not like GTA, man, where you get the griefers and just people just mess with you and all. Man, they just seem cool, calmer on Red Dead, man. Like like
Right.
I'm a chill cowboy, man. I'm a ranch hand, so I'm
Yeah.
chilling.
Ranch hand, baby.
That's right. That's right. So now, before I, pass it on back to Remy, man, I do want to say, thank you very much, for taking time out of your busy schedule to come on and chat with us, man. I wish you nothing but the best and all, man. And and real talk, I gotta thank you for everything you have done for me, man. Like I can never repay you for anything and all the stuff you have done for me, man. Like if I won the lottery tomorrow, man, I give you and your family like $10 million. I don't even feel like that would be enough, like for what you have done for me and all,
Man.
man. Like without you, like I'm so happy, like you don't know what my life was like before, man. I was just like just roaming the earth like Samuel Jackson in the Pulp Fiction. Now I got purpose. I got things to do and stuff, man. I was like, it's awesome, man. I commend
Man,
you and I thank you for that, man. Yeah, Yeah, you have my lifetime of gratitude, man. No matter what, man.
Man, I'll tell you the same I tell everybody else. This business is about. Uh, everybody thinks this business is about um, wrestling, and this isn't a wrestling business. This is a people business, and you're a good dude. And sometimes in life, good dudes need a break. I know your shit's been rough, and I know everything you got going on is rough. So if that's something I can do to help you, man, I'll do it every day of the week, brother. You are one of my favorite people, and I love you to death.
Sweet. Hey, man. I love you too, man. I don't ever say that much on this show, man. So it's real, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's right. All right, Grammy.
Sean, I just gotta say, thank you very much for, taking time out of your busy schedule to, be on our show and shoot the breeze about wrestling and 1CW and so on. And I wish you guys nothing but the best in what you do. Once again, congratulations on the expansion. Getting to, take your company to, take your brand to Virginia and also to, Maryland. And hope for you guys, expand even more. Maybe you get to go to Philly if possible. Or
Well,
heck, maybe you get
2020,
to,
2024, we will be in Philly. We'll be doing a WrestleMania weekend show.
I will definitely be there. God willingly, I will definitely be there. Front and center, checking y'all out, and
There you go.
CCB as well too. Gotta support Marcello as well too because he's doing great things as well over there as well. So I'll definitely be there, have to because it's only a bus ride away. It's only a
There you
bus
go.
ride bus. To all my New Yorkers here, there should be no reason why you're not taking part in WrestleMania week, unless you got work and you don't have the days to cover. Then fine, I understand, life happens. But if you are a single person, or if you got a family that's cool like that, and y'all love WrestleMania, and y'all got the funds to go to WrestleMania week, go to
Go.
WrestleMania week next year. It's just a
Yeah.
Greyhound bus. You can get a Greyhound bus ride for like I'm gonna put their business out there. You can get it for like $7, $20. If you don't have $20 on you to spare, if you're a single person, you're doing something wrong. Go to WrestleMania week next year. When you go, make sure you check out 1CW. They're not cutting me a
Yes,
check,
sir.
but they're that damn good. Go to
Thank you.
WrestleMania, check out 1CW, check out CCW. You will not be bored. I guarantee that.
Thank you.
But yeah, definitely wish y'all nothing but the absolute best. I gotta get me one of them 1CW shirts, man. Them things look tight, man. The little gold logo and whatnot looks really good.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, but definitely y'all keep up the great work, and we'll definitely try our best to have more people from 1CW. Rob always keeps me in the loop, so we'll definitely be having more people on here from y'all's company in the very near future. Before we shut this show down, where can fans find you on social media when they want to find out when your next appearance is, purchase 1CW or Ranch and Carlson or Workhorse Team Workhorse merchandise, and where can bookers and promoters find you when they want to book you for their shows?
Yeah, man. You just search Shawn Carlson on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter, or Ranch Hand Carlson. All that comes up. So I got it pretty good. Or you can just put Shawn Carlson in Google, and all my stuff comes up. It's pretty easy. Um, and then as far as merchandise, pro wrestling tees, and search Shawn Carlson, and it comes right up. So it's pretty simple. There's Workhorse T-shirts on there. There's 1CW T-shirts. There's my T-shirts. There's everything on there. So definitely the time. Definitely the place. This weekend I'm in Washington. Well, no, I'm not in Washington, D.C. because fuck the D.C. Commission. I'm in Cheverly, Maryland, which is right across the border of D.C. Fuck the D.C. Commission. Can I say fuck on here?
Yeah,
I'm saying it
why
one more
not?
time. Yeah, I'm saying it one more time. Fuck the D.C. Commission. They've hurt so many companies and small businesses with their oversaturation of the rules and insurance laws. Um, Luckily, Johnny has moved Fight Club right across the border, so we're still in the DC area, but we'll be in Cheverly, Maryland, and I'll be wrestling DK Vondu, I think his name is, and Chris Idol, which nobody knows who the hell that is, in a three-way. So I'm picking up the dub there pretty easily. And then the following weekend, we have a Workhorse Training Center show at my house, invite only. If you guys want to get invited, hit me up. And it's invite only, and for the students. And then I'm taking a couple weeks off for April for Easter and WrestleMania. So it's gonna be fun.
Awesome, that's cool. By the way, I'm not surprised about the DC Commission with their rules. I mean, come on, you got the
Yeah,
president that lives right there. It's a political
yeah,
place. It's not
yeah.
surprising. It's
Just look
like
up
it's like Go ahead. Go ahead.
Just look up all the articles right now going around Twitter and everything. You would be amazed at the stuff that they charge. Yeah, you would think the president's there and it's going to be oversaturated. It's crazy. Look up the articles that are being wrote about it, and there's going to be more and more coming out.
I'm not surprised. That's like saying, "Oh, you're gonna go to the beach and in you're gonna go to Florida and not go to the beach." It's impossible.
Right.
You're gonna go there.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially if you're there for a week, you're gonna go to the beach eventually. So it's not
Yeah, you're
surprising.
right.
I mean, it's not the best analogy, but or comparison. But I mean, it's DC. I'm not surprised by the politics. If I probably go
Exactly.
to get a burger, I probably gotta talk a bunch of politics, which I don't like. So it's not surprising. DC, I love y'all. I used to live in Hyattsville for like a couple of years. Um, Fond yet somewhat distant memories, if I can remember any. But got number love for y'all. But yeah, the politics is not surprising. It is what it is. Um, but I've got best of luck with your career, DK Vondo. I've been hearing about that name a lot. Chris Seidel, haven't heard about him yet, but hope you know
No
go
one
in
has.
there and hope you show them what it is and what's up. Team Workhorse, and y'all make sure y'all follow this man. He's a hardworking man, doing it right. Definitely go out there, show some love. If you're in Delaware, make your way over to 1CW April 15th. There should be no reason why you're not going there if you're in the state of Delaware, unless you ain't got a car. But then again, you know, there's always the buses and so on. I'm sure there's public transportation. So definitely check out
There is.
1CW. They're
All righty.
doing
Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you all.
Yeah, no problem. And with that being said, it's about time for us to shut this show down. My eyelids are getting heavy. My stomach is rumbling. That means it's time for dinner and the nap. Maybe not in that order. But before I partake in those activities, Rob Bass, the Red Man to my Method Man, the John C. Riley to my Wilfer, I think that's his name, and the Charlie Haas to my Shelton Benjamin. Where can fans find you on social media when they want to talk wrestling? Find out winning experiences, purchase Raw Base merchandise, and where can bookers and promoters find you when you want to book you for their shows?
All right, you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Or Twitter and Instagram, Rob underscore base 82, and then Facebook, Rob Base. And then April 15th, you can catch me Houston, Delaware, next 1CW show. Like we just said, we have one match already on the card, four-way dance for the 1CW Pro Wrestling Championship. Miles Millennium, Ty Awesome, and the man that we just interviewed that taught me how to control the room with just the sound of my voice, Shawn Carlson, going up against Chris Wilde, for the 1CW Pro Wrestling Championship. So that already right there is the price of admission right there, man. We're ready to tear it down at Houston. So definitely stay on lookout for more matches.
Awesome. So y'all definitely make sure you check out 1CW and CCW. It's gonna be, a memorable event, and y'all will not be bored. I guarantee y'all that. I've been to a CCW event before, and they do great work as well. And I'll try my best to get the 1CW. If not this year, definitely next year, WrestleMania week, I will be there front and
Yep.
center. Y'all gonna see me in ringside society attire, representing the brand at the 1CW show. But if y'all want to follow me on social media, not that I say a lot of cool stuff, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at the Remy Blue. You can also find me on Facebook under the alias Remy Blue, and also our podcast is on social media as well. We're on Twitch at Ringside Society 2019, Instagram and Twitter at Ringside Society. We're on Facebook as a Facebook group. We're also on Spotify, and we also have a Teespring store where we sell official Ringside Society merchandise. We have T-shirts, we have tank tops, we have long sleeve shirts, hoodies, pillows, and we even have, I know it's crazy, yeah, pillows. we got those now. And we also have coffee mugs for your favorite warm beverage. So make sure you check out our store, grab some Ringside Society merch. All proceeds go back into keeping our show afloat. They do not go back into our pockets. And once again, like I said, this Friday, it's St. Patrick's Day. Get your green beer, get your cabbage and beef, and also when you do that, when you indulge in those delicious, in that great beverage and that delicious food, make sure you get also a Ringside Society St. Patrick's Day shirt as well too. We have those available at our uh, at our Teespring store as well. And last but not least, we have a YouTube channel where we have a lot of cool interviews like this one we just did, like the one we had with the brothers Gray, and Avery Jacks and Savannah and several other great people, not just in the DMV area, the Delmarva area, but all over the world. All you gotta do is go on YouTube, type in Ringside Society, and once you see that really handsome dark blue and light blue yin yang sound with the blue flames around it, that's when you know it's us. Shout out to Luis Moreno for making that for us at Moreno Artwork. Um, Once you see that logo, that's when you know it's us. So make sure you subscribe to all our videos because we got a lot of cool stuff coming up, and you don't want to miss a thing like Aerosmith in 1998. As a matter of fact, hey yo, Rob Bass, should I tell him? Can I kick it?
Yes, you can.
Next Monday, we will be having. Kathy's gonna kick my ass for this because she's gonna be like she she loves the people in Texas.
Hmm.
We're gonna be having reality of wrestling superstar 7 foot superstar from Paris, Bo Amir. He will be on our show next Monday at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which will be 4 o'clock p.m. for all my West Coast riders and 6 o'clock p.m. for all my people in the middle. So make sure you tune in next Monday because we'll be having him on our show. I think we might be his first interview, but definitely, regardless, check it out. It's going to be a memorable one. And with that being said, we just want to thank everybody tuning in live tonight. We really and truly appreciate it. Thank you very much. We really and truly strive to be one of the best wrestling podcasts a wrestling fan could and should listen to, and we will not stop doing that. Um, to those y'all that are listening later on when you get a chance, thank you very much in advance. And those y'all that hate us, can't stand us, really and truly wish we'd go away. Well, like myself at a Golden Corral and Rob Bass at a taco festival, we're not going anywhere for a while.
They hate us because they ain't us.
And we ain't stopping. With that being said, we just want to let everybody know that we're very well and aware. Everybody and their grandparents and the parents of a podcast, but we're not your grandparents' podcast. We're not your parents' podcast. As a matter of fact, we're not just any podcast. Hey, yo, Rob Bass, one time for the mind, one time for the people, one time for the wrestling culture, one time for one CW who is going to do it big in Virginia and Maryland, and one time for Team Workhorse member Ranch Hand Carlson.
Woo!
What type of podcast are we?
We're the Wrestling Fans Podcast.
Okay, we're the Wrestling Fans Podcast, Ringside Society. We'll be back next Monday or maybe before with another impressive guest on another impressive episode. But until then, we just want y'all to do 4 favors for us. Stay safe, stay healthy, be excellent to each other, and party on, dudes. We out. Peace.
See y'all. Good night. Stay classy,